is here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside, when they pull up, they get me loose. Yeah, jump out, boys. That's Nike boys hopping our coops. This shit way too big. When we pull up, give me the loot. Was off the Remy, had up at post. Had to hit my old town to duck the news. 2-4-hour lockdown, we made no moves. Now it's 4 a.m. and I'm back up popping with the crew. I just landed in.
Welcome back, guys, with another new episode of StyleBeasting podcast with me, Delton Wall. Today is a celebratory day. I'm a little late on it because of work and other important news that came up, but this episode is an appreciation for Mappa this year on doing a fine job on doing Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen, and the new Jujutsu Kaisen movie that's coming out this year. So I wanted to say I wanted to do this episode because Mappa was getting a lot of shit this year. It was getting praise and was getting a lot of shit, which is weird. It was getting praise for Jujutsu Kaisen doing well with all this great animation and like how every episode was a lot of good fucking episodes. But for Attack on Titan, it seemed like everybody was like mad as fuck at it. Like everybody hated Attack on Titan this year. And even when I watched it, now I see what people were like looking at the first 3 seasons and looking at this season and seeing how it looked. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I actually personally like the new that look that Mappa gave it this year. It was more, I guess, squishy in a sense, and I guess since you're eating people, I guess you wanted to look a little bit more squishy since the main premise of Attack on Titan is eating people. So, me personally, I enjoyed the whole season. Like, every episode was great. And, and this is to let everybody know, this whole entire episode is a big-ass spoiler alert. Because I'm going to be talking about Mappa. I'm going to be talking about this stuff. Because Attack on Titan is coming back in 2022 for the finishing the rest of this series. And I'm going to spoil Yuta's movie and the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen, which should end, if I think I'm right, it should end before the game start in Jujutsu Kaisen. But I don't know how they're gonna do that. But off of that, let's get to the topic at hand. So first, I'm gonna speak on Attack on Titan this season. So, from episode 1 of this season to the last episode was a roller coaster because a lot of the stuff I forgot of the story, and I had to be reminded of the parts after this first part of the final season, what happened, and remembering Zeke's whole upbringing before Eren's was drastically heartbreaking. Like, I forgot that Zeke and Eren's dad and his mom pushed like Zeke that hard, and Zeke was ass at it. Like, I didn't know he was that bad, because he was trying to be I don't know if he was trying to be the Beast Titan at first, but trying to be a warrior and sucking at being a warrior is definitely not like something that isn't necessary for their family plan of getting liberation from underneath the Eldians, I guess. Yeah, the Eldians. And it was not great. Like, they mentally tortured this kid. And I understand too on his point because I understand why Zeke snitched on his parents and had them sent to prison. It was more than just like that doctor talking to Zeke and have a conversation with Zeke. Zeke's parents were like, in a kid's eyes, really fucking crazy. Cause like, bro, I'm a 10-year-old kid. You're asking me to be a warrior for a people that I'm not. Cause he didn't. Cause honestly, I don't think Zeke 100. Well, I think Zeke knew about the whole thing, but I think the way that he wanted to go about it in later in his life was a different way of what his father and mother wanted. Because hearing the old man's story and seeing how his family committed suicide, so because since he was a Titan, they didn't want to spread the Titan gene pool, or thought that they might become a Titan, so her committing suicide and like harkening on him so long, and to have the idea to euthanize the people of Ymir, and as in euthanize being the term of not being able to produce children, like euthanize the entire people of Ymir, so there won't, in 100 years, there won't be any more of their generation. They'll just die out, and there won't be any more people to become Titans. And Zeke and Eren, I'm using air quotes on Eren because I'm about to spoil that. Having that plan to euthanize the people of Ymir, and with that plan, it would have been going smoothly. There wouldn't be a war because, as what Zeke was going to do, there wouldn't be any of them left, and the power of the Titans was going to die out. That was a part. That was a part of the story that was really. I was like, damn, that's a brilliant idea. I mean, I never would have thought that was his idea from the start. I thought that was Eren's idea, but he just lied about it and just decided to change it. But so let me go back to the beginning before I go to the end. Those alien people, and seeing how they live, it was exactly how I thought it was, and how I did not think it was. Seeing the people of the people who are descendants of Ymir in that place, while the other side treat them like kind of like shit. It was like, damn, this is what Reiner has to deal with. But because Reiner's a warrior, they get special kind of privileges, because they still looked at it as like disposable, but it's like it's like they see you, I guess, in a higher light. And going through that, it was I was like, damn, Reiner has been, because Reiner's still mentally fucked up after leaving Paradise, coming back, and basically having to give up Ymir to Poco, I think that's the nigga name. The brother of the Jaw Titan that she ate and that she became. So the kid that Ymir ate, and then she became the Jaw Titan, quote unquote, that was his brother. And him eating her, I guess, was just revenge. Is just due, because you killed my brother, I'm going to eat you. And you see like stark differences in the fucking Jaw Titan, and I was like confused. And that was another thing I was confused and I forgot about. That the Jaw Titan was different from Ymir's Jaw Titan. And I forgot why I forgot there was a reason why. Because it's another reason, because it comes up again later on in the season. But them going to war and them dropping those Ymir descendants like fucking like napalm bombs, and fucking Zeke roaring and just dropping all those fucking things, those Titans, and just manhandling them. And Reiner just like dropping in, not caring, ready to fucking go off. You see him just like use his body as a shield, taking the hits like a crash test dummy. And even fucking Zeke Reiner's body as a shield, which was fucking hella horrible. Even though Reiner survived, it was still fucked up. The first 2 episodes, I believe, you're following Reiner and this guy with long hair that you haven't seen before. Hint, hint. And Reiner is mentally fucked. Well, we've been on he was mentally fucked, but that scene with him holding that rifle in his mouth and about to blow his brains out, and the only reason that he didn't was because of the kids. I was like, damn, bro, Reiner, you're going through it right now. It was so bad. I was like, damn, Reiner. I understand, bro. I understand. But the first 3 episodes, you start noticing that long-eyed, green-eyed dude is just walking around. I mean, I think we all knew it was Aaron. You had to be crazy not to know, because it literally looks like Aaron. It's like, it's been 4 years, so I understand looks vastly different, but shit, and not that much. But if you haven't seen, I don't think Ryan even looking at Aaron when they met up, I don't even think he knew who he was. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Aaron going through those couple episodes and seeing Aaron walk around and just talk to people and his grandfather, and giving his grandfather like a mental like breakdown moment, was like, jeez. I think, and you started noticing that was something weird with Aaron, as in like he looked more broken than he normally is. And he is broken. Because of certain reasons, those 4 years was the roughest for him. He had to watch and view how the Eldian people do things on their side. But like Aaron said, I wanted to know my enemy like you did, Reiner. And he said a very prominent quote that I'm gonna bring that happened. Well, obviously, another thing, Attack on Titan, the manga is officially over, and thank you, and I will say thank you, author of Attack on Titan. There's been many people saying that the ending is bad. Me personally, I say it could be decisive. It's not bad. I would say it's decisive.
Move this man!
Because of certain plot holes people thought was going to happen, or some stuff that didn't make sense to some people. And I will say there are some. This ending isn't the greatest, but me personally, I think is a good ending. Well, as good as you can fucking get for Attack on Titan. Like, it went from bad to worse to mega bad. I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about what was happening. I'm talking about like damn, nigga, like shit, everything's going wrong. Aaron saying this to Reiner, you killed my mom, is a very prominent line that I'm going to bring up. Now, Aaron just going through in his Titan form, just messing up the ceremony to declare war on Paradise, the land of Paradise. Aaron thinking that blonde-headed dude was the what Titan is that? Warhammer Titan, yeah, the Warhammer Titan, thinking that dude was a Warhammer Titan, or that dude in the fucking seats was the Warhammer Titan, was ridiculous. This Aaron came through eating motherfuckers, like elbow dropping niggas. And what really was crazy was fucking the Warhammer Titan was the sister the whole entire time, the maid. And it confused me because I was like, that was a perfect ploy. Use the brother as a scapegoat so you can get the other, so you can actually find Aaron and attack. Now, I know it hurt her because having to see your brother get eaten like that, but you do what you have to save the world. Warhammer Titan, Aaron going through all that stuff, all the fight. The scouts come through, including Armin, and Armin's going through it because he just murdered like a bunch of kids and people because he just saw like a kid getting his leg squished and can't move, and it's bad. Like everybody's moral compass is gone. He's getting screwed because of this, and you find out that Aaron is the whole reason this all happened, as in everything, because that plan Zeke had to euthanize the people was a lie. Aaron wasn't going to euthanize the people. Instead, he was going to cause the rumbling, which is summoning all the Titans from the wall of Paradise and stomping out.
That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
First heard this, I'm like, there's no fucking way Aaron is going to really stomp out the world. And spoiler alert, as I already told you, he's stomping out the world. Well, he's already stomped out the world. 80% of it, actually. But I'm going to get back to that too. So, with them fighting the Warhammer Titan and killing the Warhammer, and Aaron eating the Warhammer Titan by using the mouth of the Jaw Titan, which is funny within itself. Killing and drinking the spinal fluid is, God, man, it's crazy. God, Attack on Titan's crazy. This is a good manga, but damn, I'm glad it's over. There's a lot of eating cannibalism in this fucking show. After that, you find out that Aaron's being taken into custody alongside Zeke because they apparently have planned the whole plan for them coming to Paradise, getting Zeke, and all of that was the plan to quote unquote end the war. But Aaron pushing the war aspect a little hard had him and his brother locked up because they can't touch, because if doing so they might cause they might actually cause the rumbling if they touch, if I'm not mistaken. So they're not trying to touch him or whatever. So they're separating them and keeping them from knowing where's who and knowing where they are and not getting them together so some crazy stupid shit can happen. And i.e. too late, the crazy stupid shit happened. You find out that because fucking Aaron ended up, I won't even say Aaron, it's that bum ass nigga Flock, I think is that fuck nigga name. The nigga who brought Aaron's body in season 3 to Levi and said give him the serum. That fuck nigga. Like, he's not a fuck nigga for doing that for Aaron. He's a fuck nigga because he blamed Aaron for the reason that they lost all those guys, but now he's dick sucking him.
Hey yo, what the
fuck? Not literally, figuratively, and like saying I'm gonna make the Jaegerists we're gonna support Eren Yeager, and this is what we need to do to win the war. Like, nigga, you were beefing with Eren like 4 years ago because he did some dumb shit. Now, in 4 years, a lot of shit could change, and a whole lot of concepts and what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck. Damn. Will, ambitions. People and his will and ambition could have swayed Flock into being like, you know what? This is what humanity needs. A devil. Aaron, there's a lot of E's in this, E's and A's in this fucking thing that pisses me off. Aaron is the perfect candidate to save humanity. And if Erwin was alive, he'd probably cry looking at this. Because even though he wanted to save humanity, I don't think he wanted to go to this drastics of being a monster to do it. Now, with that being said, Eren has fully made up, I have to go to war to save the people. Now, you find out that Zeke put his spinal fluid in the wine in Paradise so everybody can drink it and become Titans. Well, the only reason you find this out is because the place that the bald-headed kid from that looks like Krillin, the place where he found his parents that were turned to Titans, you find out that it was his spinal cord. They put in like some mist, which is, this is like the most crazy shit ever. Like, Attack on Titan's getting crazy with this shit. This dude used his spinal fluid as a mist to test out the ability to see if he could turn humans into Titans with his spinal cord fluid. And it worked, obviously. But he put it in the wine, and all of Levi's men and women on his team, and Zeke roared and turned 30 Survey Corps scouts into Titans. Levi had to cleave through 30 Titans to get through Zeke. And when I tell you he beat the shit out of Zeke, he beat the shit out of Zeke. Now, Zeke ended up taking his life using that Thunderbolt missile that was embedded in his stomach by Zeke, and killing himself, quote unquote.
Yes, sir.
And for obvious reasons, I'm not going to spoil the second half of Attack on Titan. Actually, fuck it. Yeah, I might as well, because I'm going to spoil it. Fuck it. So, because of the first Ymir, the first Titan, when Zeke blew up from that bomb that it was implanted in his stomach, she, if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, but she brought him back from death. So he actually died. Like, he 100% died. But he came back and brought himself back from the dead. Now, the last episode was of the anime for this final half of this final season was Eren gets his legs eaten, transforming to Titans, and the Marlenian warriors are there, and army is there to fight Eren and the Jaegerists. And Eren kind of pinpoints Reiner at all things and says, "Bring it on, Reiner." And that's the end of the season. But there's more to it than anything. There's more to it now, because now that we're off the anime, we're on the manga. After that episode, everything goes to shit. Like, nothing gets rectified. Well, let me rephrase that. Things get rectified, but actually no, things almost don't get rectified, because as soon as that, like, all that's over, like, Eren looking at the fucking blimp, he activates he activates the Warhammer Titan's crystal hardening ability and makes like a tower. And if I'm not mistaken, he awakens everybody's Titan. Everybody who drunk the wine, he transforms into a Titan. And that includes Falco. Yeah, Falco. And Falco becomes a Titan. And the funny and crazy part is he eats the Jaw Titan and becomes the new Jaw Titan, which is crazy as fuck. Like, I was like, damn, that's sick. And you find out that Eren has super gone berserk and has started the rumbling and became a giant Skeletor-like Titan. Like, he's taller than the Colossal Titan. Like, that's how crazy he is. And I think Eren and... No, before he becomes a Skeletor Titan, he becomes like he gets taller. He becomes like, I think he ascends to another Titan form and fights Armin. He ends up beating Armin, which is, again, crazy again, because he already beat Armin in his human mode, and then beats him in Titan form. But you find out that Eren's plan from the get-go was not to euthanize the people of Ymir. His plan was like literally kill everybody, like I said earlier. Like, he was going to stomp out the world and nobody knew. And as I predicted, which will be in another episode, since I'm not going to boast it here, but I was halfway right. Well, no. Well, in a sense, if you want to be technical, I was 100% right about Attack on Titan's ending, because I don't even know if I want to spoil the ending. Oh no, because it's not. Yeah. I'm not going to spoil the ending because that's a very crazy ending. But they're doing the second half of the final season next year in the fall time, and I'm telling you, I cannot wait to see rumbling Colossal Titan Eren. Like, that was the most depressing story. That was probably in my top 10 depressing manga stories of all time. And another thing too, Falco ends up probably being the coolest Jaw Titan ever. And as I always said, pay attention to everything in the anime or manga. It may seem minuscule, which probably is, and probably won't come up again, but sometimes it comes back around in full circle. But I want to say thank you to Hajime Itsuyama, the author of Attack on Titan, for making this. The story was great. The ending, it was decisive to the whole community, but I think in a grand scheme, everybody enjoyed the series in a whole. It's a great series, and thank you for all the work you, Mappa, and with the company who did the first 2-3 seasons of Attack on Titan. Thank you guys for making a great anime and a great series, and we appreciate it.
And now, our feature presentation.
But now we're going to talk about one of the best animes of 2020 and 2021. I'm talking about my main man, Itadori Samado, Jujutsu fucking Kaisen. Bro, Jujutsu Kaisen has been a hit every episode. I don't think there's been a bad episode yet. Like, every fucking episode, from episode 1 to the last episode, even the little ending little Jujutsu Scroll mini shorts are fucking amazing. Like, it's a great fucking show, and I told you guys 2 fucking years ago that this fucking show is going to be the shit, and I was right. So Mappa, again, I thank you for making one of my favorite mangas I read into an anime. Now, this season was great. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into manga spoilers that hard because I don't think I should. Because I'm just talking about Mappa, but I am going to talk about a little bit of spoilers, not all. But they did a really good job showing you Yuji's character, and his voice actor, English and in Japanese, is good. I think I like his Japanese one just a little bit better. His American one seems like he's well, no. I take it back. It fits him too, because Yuji is like a really not idiot kid, but he's a real funny yet he could get serious, and the voice, even when he got serious, still sounded good. But Yuji, they did it perfectly. I think they changed. Well, this is not a major thing, but I think they changed his hair from like a more it was originally blonde when I first like a dirty pink, like pinkish blonde, but now it's just like a pink color, and it's still swaggy. I like it. Megumi, his voice actor's cool. Well, Megumi's cool. Gojo, amazing. He's like Gojo made a big ass debate about him and Kakashi about how he's the better teacher out of the two, which technically ain't stronger. And technically, yes, he is super stronger than Kakashi. Like Kakashi can't hold a candle to this nigga. But in a sense, if you're talking about like teachers, and once you find out that basically Gojo is basically Jesus Christ in fucking Jujutsu Kaisen, because let's just say if you don't have Gojo on your team, you better pray to God you got the second strongest man on your team, because if not, it's gonna be a long fight, which is becoming very prevalent in manga. Trust me. I thought they were joking when they said Gojo's the strongest. They was not lying. But they showed it very nicely in the anime too, because. And that's another thing too. They were able to, the author more or less was able to show an OP character while making the story still readable and enjoyable. It's not like the Superman effect. It's like, oh, here we go, the super strong character is about to breeze through everything. Like, no, it's not about him mainly. It's about Yuji. But because of Gojo's eyes, he's a very wanted character. Even though he's like mad OP, and I don't know why people are fighting a guy who's literally like ridiculously strong. Like people literally have said like, I'm mad strong, like I'm strong as ever, and I'm still trying to fight this guy. It's ridiculous. Even as a child, which I don't even think he knew how to use curse energy and techniques that well, he fucking went up to these niggas. Oh, like he didn't even went up to these niggas. Assassins were coming at this nigga, and they were just like, they saw him as a child, was like, nah, we don't need this. We do not need that money. We definitely do not need this money.
Period.
And you slowly but surely got to realize that Gojo is nothing to trifle with. Neither is the trio Megumi, Itadori, and Nobara, which this team is the shit. Nobara using a hammer and nails, Itadori using his fist and kicks, and Megumi using shadows and being all Blackbeard and shit, which basically he almost is. And going through these episodes, you start realizing that A, Sukuna ain't nothing to trifle with. B, this shit ain't sweet. The first couple episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, well, the first half of Jujutsu Kaisen is all like, hey, friendship, let's do it. Second half is pain. Actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm definitely not mistaken. Freaking after the Junpei arc and his ordeal, and how he was going through what he was going through as a school, getting bullied and shit, it starts getting super dark. Like after this season, Jujutsu Kaisen is about to be mega dark. It's no more Charles games. We're being real. We're going at it. And watching the episodes, it was really fucking great. Like I have nothing negative to say about it. The pacing was great. The only thing I had a problem with was the second song. The second song wasn't as good as the first one. Even the ending wasn't as good as the first ending, that's becoming like a reoccurring thing, and that's what I didn't like about Fire Force's second opening, the second season opening. If I'm not mistaken, was it the second season opening, or was the second song of the first? It was the second song of the first season that pissed me off. The first song of Fire Force was great. The second song was like, and that's the only thing I really had a problem with. I enjoyed seeing Panda. I enjoyed seeing freaking hearing Nominee's voice actor, which I wish his voice actor was Chozo's voice actor, because I don't know who that guy is, but that long dragging like that long dragging nasally kind of Virgil-esque. I wish that was for Chozo, but I still like Nominee being that voice actor. And even though, spoiler alert, Nominee dies next season, which is really fucking sad. Like, I was really mad when I saw that. I was like, bro, I thought Nominee was going to last to the end. But since with these recent interviews with the author of Jujutsu Kaisen, Jujutsu Kaisen might end in 2 years. And at what they're doing right now in these recent chapters, I can totally see that.
No.
Because niggas is getting clapped. Like from one side of the fucking from the first chapter to the first page of the chapter to the last page of the chapter, niggas is getting whipped. And it's so sad because when you look at it in the grand scheme, niggas really didn't have time to like chill or like relax, because things like, spoiler alert, Ghetto / Kamo, well, whatever his name, Kamo, I'm gonna call him his name. I think his name is Kamino something. And ate fucking mojito and use idol transmutation. And made the Colon game, and everybody who in the circle of Shibuya, Japan, has powers, and if you don't fight, you lose your powers, or you might die. Like, nigga, the game is about to start. Niggas is hurt. Maki is half fried. Nobunara, spoiler alert, might be fucking dead. Might. The old man who was with Nominee and Maki is dead. And the Zenin clan, run by Megumi now, which is going to be pretty fucking awesome, because he ended up doing what his dad wanted, but he's not going to keep it. He's more or less going to give it to Maki. But for him to run the Zenin clan is going to be kind of crazy. And since Yuji has to like find a way to not use Sukuna and has to use his power now, because just Sukuna pretty much helped fuck up Shibuya and fuck a lot of people over and kill a lot of people. So Yuji's not trying to use that power. And it's going to be weird because it's on a 3-week break today, and with the principal dying and by the fucking old man whose curse technique is him being a fucking amp, which I don't even know, man. See, I don't know, because he off-screened him. He got off-screened, and the old man is still clean. Like, the old man is not even like hurt. He's not like, he's just still standing up. He beat the shit out the principal. Like, and hopefully we see Panda's third transformation in 3 fucking weeks, because next week is Golden Week and no manga's gonna come out. And fucking, what was I say? And they're on 2-week break because of the author's health, which get rest, get yourself together, and get well. Don't overexert yourself, man. We love you. We want you to keep doing this, and we want you to live longer, even past the manga's ending. So take as long as you want. I'm not trying to be inconsiderate to your health. I'm just being funny. Please take care of your health. I do not know. Geiji? Yeah, I think that's the name of the author. Geiji, yes. And now that Jujutsu Kaisen's over, for the first season, the second season is going to start off with them finding who the traitor is. And just like in One Piece, the traitor's obvious. It's pretty fucking obvious. Like, it's kind of, well, I don't think it's as obvious in Jujutsu Kaisen than in One Piece, which I'm gonna get to next week. When you find out who the traitor is, it's like, what? I understand the reason, but what? And you kind of see, actually, no, matter of fact, you kind of do. It kind of is obvious once you find out who it is, because the episode of last season showed you what was going to happen. I'm not going to say it. Well, actually, no. Since I already spoiled a bunch of Attack on Titan, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, the traitor's Mekamaru. And you notice when you find out is Mekamaru, that episode of him seeing his body and walking with his friends, you're like, it was telling us. Because how would they know how to get in? Because nobody else told them. And because since Mahito can change your body, change your soul and fix your body, that's the perfect person who needs it. But that's going to be a great season opener to see that fight. But before we get to season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, we're going to see the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, which is going to be on the first U of the fucking show. Well, pre-show. Yuta. Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 0. And it's about Yuta and how he started before Yuji. Excuse me. And you see his development with Maki, the Rice Ball Kid, and Panda. And this is all before Yuji even starts, because Rice Ball Kid's hair is shorter. I think Maki's a little younger. And Panda's still Panda. But he's with them, and I think it's been like a year or two, because if you look at Yuta now, he looks like he's super dead depressed. Like depression got that nigga mad hard. Pause. What else? Yeah, and I'm not gonna spoil the movie. The only thing I would say is, when the movie drops, people are gonna be confused about a certain character. They're gonna be confused when they see Ghetto, and it'd be like, wait a minute, Ghetto died in this movie. Spoiler alert. I don't know why I'm saying spoiler alert. And why is he alive now? Huh? And that's gonna be a huge one for the Jujutsu Kaisen community, because that's gonna confuse everybody. And that's going to be a hard sell for people to understand why the hell he in season 1 if he died pre-season 1. But I think the best thing about Jujutsu Kaisen was when they hinted towards Megumi using that Halo 4-arm Shikigami that he summoned, because when he fought Sukuna for the first time, the second time, when Yuji's heart got ripped out, he was going to, he said, save 7 sacred treasures, swing, And when Sukuna only had 2 fingers, he was going to kill him. Because the only reason that Sukuna beat him in the Shibuya is because he had like 10 to 16 fingers already, or 12. He had at least he at least had double digit fingers. And he beat the shit out of that Shikigami. But if he would have had 2 fingers, Sukuna was going to get clapped. And he was going to do it on that other cursed spirit until he used his, what's that shit called? Yoe Tekai. Domain expansion. Yeah. And hopefully Nobar's not dead, so she can use hers. And I hope it's just like nails on like voodoo doll nail attack type shit, because that shit would be probably fire as fuck. And hopefully it does. Because I hope Nobar is not dead. I hope she just has an eye patch, because I want her to be alive. Nobar is cool, and just for her to die like that, a bit dirty. Ah, God, I hope she's not dead. But who knows what is in store for Jujutsu Kaisen? Shit, who knows Attack on Titan is done, so that's done. But I don't know what is in store for Jujutsu Kaisen, because I don't know where it's gonna end. But also next week I will be doing my anime Negro Damas theories, which I was correct on, and my future ones, which I will be doing too, and all the ones that I'm gonna prove that was right, that Brian was wrong about. But I think I'm gonna end this here. I want to say thank you guys for listening again. This has been a great year for Mappa, and they were shitting on the competition hella hard. And you guys who were just talking down on Mappa because of like bullshit reasons, or like shit that made no sense pertaining to the show at all, you guys are losers, and you guys were never fans of the manga or anime at all. But thank you guys for listening. Hasta luego. Have a great day.